So just one last thing, if you can look into the future, I'm not sure if you need to look in the crystal ball or maybe you already see the trends that will shape the future. Like, what do you think is the next big thing in AI dubbing? What's the next big breakthrough or a new feature, something that you see appearing in the future?
Well, I really don't see something big, but I see that the current technologies, the things we talked about today, will drastically be improving, and there will be widespread use of for certain scenarios, like it's happening right now. You heard probably about YouTube, or you've seen already some videos on YouTube being automatically dubbed. Although I find it strange that for some reason the person I watched in English suddenly is offered to me in German, which I don't want, and if the German voice is very unnatural sounding and so on. But so this is just bad marketing strategy from
But
Google,
they are starting,
probably. Yes, but in terms of the scenario, that's actually a perfect one, because that's a, let's say, a video I watched about physics. It is scripted, so the person reads the script. The script is probably available to Google, so any issues with speech recognition, not knowing certain terms, is avoided. MT is probably good enough already. TTS, apart from that, we have better voices at Aptech that we could have used for such task, is already good, but maybe again some pronunciations of certain physics terms should be added, and so on. So you see that this area will quickly improve, I think, and we will see it everywhere for this area. And then the second part is this more research questions with lip sync, with emotions, and so on. That would be developing also, but there we would have to see how it can be applied, whether it will make it to the top tier content, or will stay somewhere in the middle and with a human in the loop everywhere. But it's certainly very exciting how this will develop. Yeah.
And for me, big thing is really having running systems that are really good and very, really well, say, well used, so this is a rollout in the consumer area. And I think it's worthwhile. And, you have to start somewhere. And usually you start when it's a little early, right? But, it's good to do something. But the question is, what do you do in the professional domain? What do you do with real movies, or what do you do with content that shouldn't be wrong? You translate the news. You don't want to confuse people, right? So seeing really good working systems, that I'm looking forward to that. And then the next big thing, I didn't see LLMs coming really, so that was a big surprise for me. And what I usually experience is incremental improvement, and people just don't see that anything you have now was by far not as good a year ago or so. And these continuous improvement lead to more usage and to, say, happier customers in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, we might be surprised in the conversational area, like where you're talking, and you've seen probably some of the demos from OpenAI in this area, where you basically get an answer. But also, if you're talking human to human in direct conversation in different languages, that will be improved drastically. But that's not really dubbing. Yes, there is more to dubbing. There's more art to dubbing, and that's why I think there we will still have challenges to solve in the coming years. And but I'm also looking forward to them.
Yeah. So what is really good is quality is going up, right, and prices are going down. So that's, in general, it's a good development. So there is more, more that people can experience or so. And what is painful for everybody who is involved in this development is the speed, because it's not the change that is, is kind of the problem or so. It's the speed of change. So yeah, there's always something you have to adapt to. And in research, you are probably used to, you're kind of driving the change. But when you have a business environment and workflows, and you have to change the workflows every year, that's probably, kind of, well, what can't you do, right? You have to grip the bull by the horns, and cannot wait, cannot wait. You have to be active, right?
Sure. So there's a big human challenge of management, training people, and being able to adapt to all these changes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for all your insight. That's it.
Yeah. Thanks much for having us. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for
Thank you.
inviting us.